What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good week so far. Just started. It's Monday. We got to start it good. So I hope you're going to have a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you got a lot of work done. Hope you made progress in some area of life, because that's what we're all about. I'm all about providing value and giving you insight into maybe some things that you've thought about, maybe some things that you've never thought about. Either way, something that you can apply, you can practice, you can try out, see if it works for you. That's what I'm all about. Today, I want to talk about defining yourself, all right? Who we are, because I see a lot of people struggling with this, especially coming from college. People figuring out who they are, trying to, figure out what they want in life, learning their values and morals, things of that nature. But first, let's talk about what we aren't, because I think a lot of people get this confused. I had it confused for a long time in my life. I was lucky enough to learn from other people's mistakes, learn from my own mistakes, to realize this, and it is that we are not the roles that we play in life, okay? So, for example, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a coach. That is my role, one of the roles that I'm playing in my life. But that doesn't define who I am, all right? You are not an accountant, you are not a lawyer, you're not a businessman. Even though we say that we are those things, I am a coach, right? It's kind of weird. But that doesn't define what we are and who we are, okay? That's just a role that we're playing. It doesn't have to be just a career either. It could be a relationship. I am a husband. I'm not a husband, I'm not married. But that is a role to play. Husband, wife, that is a role in a marriage. It is not, though, who we are. It is a part of life, but it's not who we are. And the reason why it's not is because those things can be taken away from us. This is here. This is now. This is what we are. Right here. Not lawyer, not personal trainer, not husband. Okay? Those things can end, and this can still be here. Those things can poof, go away. They can falter. But this is here until we die, of course, but I ain't trying to get that morbid on you. It's Monday. And when those things falter and we've placed ourselves, we've placed our identity into those things, when they falter, if they falter, then we're left to flow. We're scraping, we're trying to grab on to anything that we can, because we no longer know who we are. We have placed our identity into those roles. And then, just like that, they can be gone, and we don't know who we are. And it's not our fault. That's how we've been taught in school. We've been taught that true intelligence is just, give me some information, let me spit that information back out. All right? We've been taught that who we are is that role we're playing in school. Who we are is who we're becoming to be by getting a degree, defining, I am an exercise science major, right? We've been taught, I am a college graduate. I am this job now. But it's not. So you have to realize that there is that separation. True intelligence is a happening, dynamic thing. It is not, give me this information and let me spit that information back out. It's not even, true intelligence is not necessarily even just give me some information and then let me practice it out. True intelligence is in everything. The mind extends past the skull brain into the nervous system, into our muscles, into our body. It's a dynamic happening thing. It's knowing how to position yourself to be better, right? And how to practice that. That is what true intelligence is. It's not just something coming in and then going right back out. So understanding that is key first, and accepting that idea, accepting that fact is what I really want you to take away from this is that you are not the roles that you play. So identify those roles in your life. You may have many, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a role in spirituality, which your spirituality is a part of you. That does make up who you are. But just the role you play maybe in going to church, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you are not, my mom played the organ. She was not an organ player. That role did not define who she was. Who you are is defined by what you believe, your values, your morals, physically, the thing that are transported, because this can't be taken away from us. Those things can't be taken away from us. And now we may be convinced to change our minds, but who you are develops over time. You know, that is in changing and growing. That is who we are. That is practicing true intelligence to grow. That is who we are. It's not the roles. So I've kind of rambled on long enough about the separation between the two. Hopefully you get that point now. So now, maybe you're like, well, Lucas, if you're saying that, what am I then? 'Cause I haven't practiced this. I don't know who I am. Because so far, up to this point, you've been looking extrinsically. You've been looking to those outer roles that we've been playing to define ourselves. So how do we define ourselves? How do we develop ourselves to understand maybe, you know, who we are and to understand that who we are can change? To do that, you have to move in, right? You can't keep looking out to figure that out. You have to move in. You have to think intrinsically. And in order to move in, you've got to look inwards. You've got to train the body. You've got to exercise, right? That's the first step. Taking care of the thing that you own, the only thing that we own in this life. This can't be taken away from us, at least until we die, as far as we know. That's how you move in, is by training the mind by way of training the body, because that's how you grow stronger. And I'm not talking about growing stronger in the physical aspect of lifting more weight. I'm talking about growing stronger in the way you see life, the way you move through life, and how you think about things. That's how you move up. You have to prioritize it. It does take other things like discipline. But in and of itself, discipline, motivation, spirituality, all the things that go on in our head that we make the body do, practicing, prioritizing, doing that is how you develop who you are and that true intelligence. Do you get what I'm saying here? If you want to be great, if you want to move up, if you want to be better, you have to move in first. You have to take care of the body. And you have to accept the fact that intelligence goes past just, you know, spitting off the things that you read or, doing a study on something. True intelligence is moving around. It's a point that we're always trying to get to, but you have to run to get to that point. And then when you get to it, it doesn't stay there. It keeps going, and you have to keep running. And running takes discipline. Running takes you moving your body, right? So, that's the video for today. I hope you got something from it. I never know how to end these things because I just come to my point, come to my end point. I don't plan these out, so they just kind of zips out. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.